Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy David from the Wrestling with Things YouTube channel. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. We're here to talk about the New Day heel turn. But before we get into that, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Wrestling with Things to keep up with all of our interviews with pro wrestlers in our interviews and conversations with other pro wrestling content creators. We're trying to build more of a community here, so don't forget to subscribe, get involved in the comments, and I'd like to know what direction you think WWE would take this New Day heel turn and if Big E will come back to wrestle. But let's not waste time. Let's get right on into it. I have 3 ideas and 3 realistic outcomes that could be either progress the New Day storyline, break up with Big E, or it could be the payoff for this storyline. Number 1, I don't see it happening, but it is a realistic possibility. Big E comes back in the Royal Rumble and eliminates Kofi, Kingston, and Xavier Woods, leading to a handicap match and leading to maybe either shaking hands out of respect or a permanent breakup. I feel like WWE's ultimate goal and the New Day's ultimate goal most likely will be to ultimately reunite, because let's be honest, those guys are brothers in real life. The chemistry shows on TV and off TV. So even though this dissension now, I feel confident in saying that it won't be a hard breakup. So I think this is a soft breakup that happened on Monday Night Raw with Kofi Kingston and Xavier turning on Big E, telling them, so what if your neck was broken? Talk about the gaslighting there. You could have been here for us. You could have supported us. Now you want to come when you see us having disagreements. And I feel them on that kayfabe wise, man. Like, where the hell was Big E to support them this whole time? So I could see a handicap match with Big E coming at the Royal Rumble and taking out both of them. And I know technically he's not cleared, and we have no proof that he's cleared, but I don't think they would do this storyline and start this storyline without there being at least a clear, realistic possibility that he can perform in a wrestling match again. So I think we will see him hopefully sooner rather than later. The second direction or payoff that I could see them going with is Big E managing another team, at least in the short term. Listen, they told them, go back home to your desk job and we'll call you if we need you. Maybe Big E says, all right, bet. I am going to manage another tag team, or I'm going to manage another individual to show you guys what you're missing. And maybe through his managerial services, that team, whoever it may be, can grow. But I think if they can go that direction and continue to use Big E on TV verbally without him getting physical, and that could give them time to build up to a physical payoff in a wrestling match of some sorts. My third payoff, and I think this is the most realistic, and I also feel confident in thinking I think this is what we'll get. And if we do get it, boy, are we in for a treat. But I gotta pause for a second. You ain't gonna want to miss this. The sad part about New Day not being together is we'll never hear them say WWE World Tag Team Champions. I am going to miss that personally. I think a lot of people will, and I know that wasn't the WWE Tag Team titles, but you get the point. But I think the most realistic outcome and the best payoff possible for this storyline is if we have a New Day triple threat match, preferably at a WrestleMania. Look, for years, fans have wanted to see the Shield triple threat match. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns on a big stage, preferably WrestleMania. We didn't get that, and we're probably never going to get that because Jon Moxley is one of the franchise players of AEW, and he's thoroughly satisfied over there. It would be very, very surprising to see if he ends up in WWE. I know they always say never, but it would really be a genuine surprise. But I think there's still a little opportunity to do the New Day triple threat. I personally believe New Day's the best tag team of all time. I think that the fans would be interested. Like you saw on Monday Night Raw, if you saw that segment, the fans were about to cry and break down. Nobody wants to see the New Day be enemies. But I think WWE can get clever here and build up to a battle between the three. Because look at it. Kofi, Kingston, and Xavier have been fighting and arguing for weeks. That's not over with. They said some bad things to each other. Kofi said that's Xavier Woods has never been good enough to win a singles title. Xavier called them out for losing to Brock Lesnar in 7 seconds. So their disagreements are over. They just bonded over the fact that they feel Big E left them hanging. So I think WWE can get in their bag, and they've been in their storytelling bag lately. They can get clever and keep it where Woods and Kofi are bonding and finding themselves as a team and finding new success and reinventing themselves. But I think you can build up, and as of course it will be contingent upon what the doctors are saying to Big E. But again, I feel like they know something we don't. They're just doing a good job at keeping it a secret. I think you can build up to a New Day triple threat where Big E, again, hopefully he could come at the Royal Rumble, maybe eliminate them. And then you can maybe spin it off where Woods and Kofi are blaming one another. And then, then we get to that point where we have that WrestleMania match, and that's the ultimate blow off. And it may sound cliche, but for New Day, I think it's appropriate. Their whole motto since they started the New Day and got all this success is we never want a hard breakup. They've even said if they ever were forced to have a hard breakup, they would threaten retirement. They're real brothers on TV and off TV. So I think WWE can have their cake and eat it too by having them have a triple threat and then having them shake hands and reunite while still going after singles goals while being a group in a unit. I don't think it has to be one or the other. They can go after singles goals and still be connected in some way. As Kofi Kingston and Big E proved, both legitimate WWE champions. So I want to know what you all think. Let me know in the comments. What do you think is going to be the payoff for this New Day heel turn? Do you think it's realistic that Big E's going to come back? Or do you think this is a sign that Big E will never come back? Please get involved in the comments. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube at Wrestling with Things. Have a good day, everyone.